Hi, I'm Erica M. from Much Music, the nation's music station, and you're watching Metal Minutes on Rockin' the Airways with their special host, Chuck McGee.
Did you guys go into the studio with a preconceived notion as to the production of it, or did you improvise a lot in the studio?
We have a certain way we do things, I guess. We've done so much work. Harry owns his own studio, and we've done so much work over the last 6 years that it's just kind of like clockwork now. But as far as for this particular record, we didn't get off the road until October, November-ish. We came out, left the road, went into the studio, wrote all the songs within 4 months, and started recording by January. So it was a pretty quick process. But I mean, it's a lot like clockwork now. I mean, he knows the gear inside out. Him.
Stagnant clockwork.
And, yeah, exactly. So kind of the same thing all the time for us.
You guys formed in 1988, and considering everything that's happened to you guys, does that seem like a long time ago, or does that seem like yesterday?
Seems like a long time ago, but when we look at what we've done and where we've come from and what we sounded like back then and the songs we were writing back then, we noticed like what a giant progression it's been, you know, musically, lyrically, just as far as the image goes, confidence on stage, playing live, just everything, the whole thing, and it's, you know, it's really hard to actually focus on how far you've come, but when you go back and you look at like some of the videotapes or listen to the demos we've done, it's like pathetic, unbelievable. I don't know how we got a record deal. It's, you know, the demos that we got to deal with.
It's pretty
we listen
funny.
back to those and goes, it's so pathetic.
I mean, it always happens. I mean, we're looking back even just at the first record already. And
go ahead. There it is. Okay.
And going, you know,
thank you.
That it's a long way off from what we feel we're doing now, and I would assume that by the time the next one rolls around, it'll be a long way off from this one. So hopefully, we're always progressing and changing. And
When do you think you guys will even start thinking about the next album?
We've thought about it, but then we
don't want to
better not think about it anymore. Yeah.
No, we're pretty prolific that way. We write on our own individually all the time, and it's just a matter of getting together and actually putting stuff together. So whenever it does happen, it'll probably be like a lot like this time. We're going to take a little more time next time, but
Do you try and gauge while you're going along, like whether or not you're going to consciously change the feel, make it a softer groove, a harder groove as you're on the road, or do you guys pretty much have a mindset that this is the way you want things to continue?
There's a general vibe to about 4 or 5 songs on the new record that are sort of like a new direction that we want to go into. So right now, I don't want to say, you know, you never know. You might change your mind in like a year and a half, and that's probably when we're going to start the next record, or a year. We're going to be touring for a while. But right now, in 1993, there's like songs like Change Comes Around, Saviors Never Cry, No Justice, which are songs that are going into a new direction and will continue to go in that direction and even go further as far as the genre goes. So something like that, yeah.
But we change our mind about every 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. These cookies are malicious.
Whatever we're thinking at the time is probably, you know, obviously going to be how it comes out. We're just, the one thing we're avoiding these days is just forcing ourselves into any particular vein. We didn't jump on the grunge thing because that would be fake, you know. I mean, we could do it, but it wouldn't be, it'd be dishonest, and I think people would see that and hear that.
You own your own studio.
Yeah.
Is that how you paid the rent up to, I heard you guys like rehearsed for a year before you did anything. How did you pay rent?
Well, that was like a major source of income for me. I recorded a lot of bands, local bands, did demos, you know, moved up to like independent records and doing a lot of that now still. So I'd say that's it, like that's all I do, record bands, do this. It's my life. I love it. Guess what kind of conditioner I have in my hair? Go ahead, just try.
Paul Mitchell?
Nope.
A man with hair, he knows.
Yeah, there you go. Paul Mitchell, that's a good one. Obscure.
Where did that come from? Yeah. I just want to know where that came from.
Where'd you guys get your name?
It's the first Bugs Bunny cartoon ever made.
Yeah, it's called Harem Scarem. Yeah.
We're big Bugs Bunny
giant
fans.
Bugs Bunny fans. It's our mentality. It's what we can relate to.
Yes.
When we see a cartoon, I want to be just like that bunny, is what I always say.
Oh, with that hair, you could probably do it.
Yeah? Okay, here we go.
Give him the hair dance. That's the beaver on your head dance.
Yeah, beaver having sex with your head.
When I first heard the tune, I thought you guys were going to #1 for sure, because it is a great tune. When you release a single. Do you have expectations like that?
At the time we did, yeah. We were a little naive at that point, and you know, so many people were prodding us and telling us, oh, this is great, this is going to do great, and this, you know, triple platinum, easy, and all this stuff, right? So we were sort of like, well, whatever and whatever. We didn't know a lot about, like, how it was going to go or how the songs, you know, would get received by radio or anything like that. Fortunately, we put out 5 singles off the first record, and radio was great to us. They played all of them, and slowly slipping away, went number 11 in the country, and, you know, couldn't be
You learn
happier
really
with it.
fast. You learn really fast how it's really going to go.
Yeah, we have different perspectives on
Well, you
it now
guys
than
did a
we
lot of co-writing on the first album. Did you get
Yeah.
a lot of advice from those people?
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
a lot of people we worked with that were really cool. Working with Christopher Ward was really enlightening. Actually, I guess anybody you work with, you know, no matter whether they've written hits or not, I mean, everybody has something you can learn from. You know, that's the whole thing. It's like when you stop learning, in general, you've kind of, you know, come to the end of your rope, I think. So as long as you know, you feel you have somewhere else to go and another plateau to get to, I think, you know, you'll keep improving. It's when you figure you're there.
How much input do you guys have in your marketing?
Go ahead.
About, we
No.
pretty much have 100%. I mean, we have total control. They don't tell us how to dress, how to look, what to do, what songs to go on the record.
How to
I mean,
record it,
Yeah, they're
whatever.
really good. They're really good with us that way.
Yeah, on this record, we just played them the songs. They said, cool. We went in, recorded them. They let us do it ourselves. We produced the record ourselves. And they heard it when it was done, which is
said,
pretty much
"Okay."
unheard of, you know, in the Canadian recording industry.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a good thing too, because we're real control heads that way. I mean, you know, I don't think we'd do it if someone was telling us how to do it. So.
How about the push after it's recorded?
Oh, they've been great, especially
Yeah.
this time around.
I bend
guess,
over, they push. That's pretty much how it goes. Stop it, my sword! Head over there.
We get a heckler on you?
No, they've been really good with us this
Yeah.
time. They're really promoting it well. It's really doing well for us in Europe too. We have 10 brand new European releases, so it's doing very well for us.
Well, Canadians traditionally do really well over in Europe.
Yeah.
Better than at home
Well,
sometimes.
it's funny, like whenever we do like a radio interview, like a phone interview over there, sometimes they know more of what's happening in the Canadian music industry than A&R guys, you know, people at record companies know what's happening here in Canada. I mean, I was talking to one guy a year ago and he was asking me, so how's Rick Santers? Yeah, right. And Stan Meisner and people like that, you know, obscure Canadian artists, and they know what's happening down here. It's really
They're
funny.
really interested.
They're really intense too. I mean, if they like your record, they love your record, and they just go crazy about it, you know. And fortunately for us, we've had, you know, some success in there on the first record, and on the second record, it was great. They picked it up right out of the chute, and like Pete said, we've got like 10 territories down there now, and like Japan as well. So.
It's a very
great.
cool thing too, because the hard rock fan base over there seems to be a lot steadier. It doesn't go away. The people that liked hard rock 5 years ago still like hard rock and aren't on the dance or the rap or the grunge just because it's out. Like America's
Or
really bad.
country.
But out in Canada too.
When it comes to videos, do you guys have writers, directors thrown at you, or do you get to pick who you want to work with?
We looked at a whole box of video reels for the No Justice
who we
video, and we picked this really
maniac.
funny. He was a nut. He was crazy. He was hilarious.
Pete
And
Henderson.
We got along great when we did all the Tragically Hip videos, and
Very
he was
cool guy.
amazing. Really fun guy to work with. He's mentally ill, and
And we're proud of him.
yeah, we're proud of it.
And we hope he gets better soon.
Yeah,
Are you going to keep working with him, or keep
If-
looking?
I would
Possible,
like to. Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to do a video for the third single, and hopefully we'll be working with him again.
Yeah.
Record producers, I know that you guys basically produced this one yourself with a little help from Kevin, what's his name?
Doyle.
Doyle, right. Any producers you want to work with in the future?
There's a few we like, but
Right now, I mean, we're really happy with the way things are going. I think for a band that really doesn't have a solid direction, a solid way they want to go, I think a producer's a great idea. For us right now, like I said, we're such control heads, and we really do have a vision of what we want to do. I think the day that stops, or the day that we're not happy with the product that we're putting out, I think will be the day we go to someone else and say, you know, let's try something. But for now, I think we're pretty happy doing it the way we're doing it.
I mean, the main reason a band would want a producer is like to get the best performance out of the band and get it on tape, you know? And I don't think that there's anybody out there that'll go the extra mile like we will to get a performance on a tape, or spend the time, or care as much as we do about our own project.
When you think in terms of long-term success for the band, is there any one band that you could say epitomizes where you want to be at the peak of your career?
There's a lot. There's a lot of bands that, I mean, do really well. Obviously, the ultimate goal for us is just to keep doing what we're doing and hopefully always have it progress. I mean, I'd say a band like Kiss, who can, you know, do what they've done for, what, 20 years now, over 20 years, as well as the Stones, and even Van Halen's getting up there.
Yeah.
Just any band like that. As long as we just keep getting to do what we love to do, keep writing songs, keep playing along.
Yeah, and every record's better than the last one.
Thanks to Harry and Pete for taking out the time to talk to me. I'd like to thank the In-Towner for letting me take over the bar for the afternoon. A special thanks to my crew for helping me put this thing together, and thank you for watching. See ya.